All right, let's just jump right in. What if I told you that the huge gap, between actually doing something amazing and just giving up, what if that all came down to just one tiny change in how you talk to yourself? It sounds simple, but it's an incredibly powerful idea. And that's what we're going to unpack today. So, I want to ask you something straight up. Are you hypnotizing yourself to fail? I know, it sounds a little dramatic, right? But this idea of self-hypnosis, it's exactly what's going on when that little voice in your head shuts down possibilities before you even get a chance to explore them. Okay, so picture this. Someone comes up to you and gives you this just massive, kind of ridiculous goal. Like, hey, next year your job is to make $100 million. I mean, for most of us, right? That number is so huge, so intimidating, that our brain just has this instant automatic reaction. And yeah, that reaction, it almost always sounds like this. Impossible. There's just no way. But here's the kicker, and this is what's so fascinating. That's not just you stating a fact. Nope. It's actually a powerful command that you are firing directly into your own brain. And that brings us to the first big idea here, what we're calling the brain's shutdown command. This is that ultimate progress stopper, the thing that happens the second we decide, nope, can't be done. So what exactly is a shutdown command? Well, it's any time you say something like, I can't do it, or that's impossible. The moment those words come out, you're basically telling your brain, hey, shut it down. Stop all problem solving related to this goal. It's like you've already delivered the final verdict, so there's nothing left for your brain to work on. A really good way to think about it is like this. Your brain is this super powerful computer, right? And the phrase, I can't, that's the shutdown button. The second you press it, the whole system that's designed to find a solution, it just powers down. It stops searching. It stops calculating. It completely stops working on that problem for you. And this is really where you see the two paths fork, right? On one side, you've got the I can't response. That's a closed door. It's that shutdown command we were talking about, and boom, problem solving just stops. But on the other side, you have the how can I question. Now that is an open door. That's a search command, telling your brain, all right, let's get to work, let's start exploring. Okay, so if I can't is the shutdown button, what's the alternative? Well, that brings us to the good part, the question that unlocks. This is all about learning how to consciously flip that mental switch from off all the way to on, just by changing one little thing you say. And here's the most powerful tool you have. And it's not an answer. It's actually a better question. Think about it. A definitive statement like, I can't, that closes the loop. It's an endpoint. But an open-ended question like, how can I? Well, that opens up literally infinite loops for your brain to start exploring. So how do you put this into practice? It's actually pretty simple, just 4 steps. Okay, step 1, you're faced with that huge, scary goal. Step 2, you feel it, that gut impulse to just say, impossible. That is the critical moment. You have to catch yourself right there. Step 3 is to just pause, take a breath, and consciously reframe what you're about to say. And finally, step 4, you just replace that statement with the unlocking question, how can I? And as soon as you ask that question, something really cool happens. You've just given your mind a completely new mission. It's no longer on a mission to prove why something can't be done. Now its whole job is to actively search for all the ways it can. This literally changes your brain's job description in that moment. It stops being this passive judge just sitting there with a big red impossible stamp for all your ambitions. Instead, it becomes this active, engaged problem solver, getting its hands dirty, eagerly looking for pathways and strategies and solutions you hadn't even thought were possible. And then, all of a sudden, your brain starts running these amazing new search queries. It's asking all the right, productive questions, like, okay, how can I achieve this in my current industry? Or what would need to change for this to even be possible? And if not this industry, which one would make it possible? What new skills do I need to learn? You see, the machine is fired up, and now it's working for you, not against you. So look, if there's one thing you take away from all of this, let it be this simple quote. Don't hypnotize yourself into failure by saying, I can't. Seriously, every single time you say, I can't, it's like you're casting this little spell on yourself that just shrinks your own potential. You've got to break that spell, and you do it just by changing the words. And that really leaves us with one final thought, a question for you. Think about your biggest goal right now. I mean the really big, intimidating one, the one that makes you feel that impossible impulse creeping in. So, instead of letting that impulse win, what question are you going to ask it? Because that one little question, it might just change everything for you.